So I was out in the garden trimming back the basil, as you can see, and I thought, I won't waste my trimmings, let's make pesto. So I thought I'd do a clip on how I whip out a batch of pesto. G'day folks, Andy here from McDowall Manor. I don't measure, and it tends to go differently depending on what greens I happen to have in the yard at the time. So we've got basil there, and we'll go on a tour now and see what else we can add to volume this up. The nuts I'll be using are just salted peanuts bought from the shop. That's traditionally, sorry, I'm choking on a peanut. Traditionally you use pine nuts, but they're really bloody expensive over here, so I just tend to use the old cheapy salted peanuts. You can use unsalted peanuts, in which case add salt later to the mix. I've certainly got a lot of Kangkong. Oh, look at that, the Kangkong's flowering. Wow. So I'm going to take a whole lot of Kangkong leaves. I'll take a shallot or two to use instead of onion. Might throw some chives in just because I've got such an abundance of them. Another one I'm going to pop in is some of that there. Which I've heard called sweet leaf. I call it sweet leaf, and I've also heard it called katuk. So it's going in as well with sweet leaf, shallot, some chives, and a heap of Kangkong, and of course the basil leaves. I fill the bowl a couple of times over. You can see I haven't even started the worst of it yet. Just blitz it. It blitzes down to almost nothing. So a couple of blitzes as you go usually solves that problem, and you end up with quite a bit of pesto as a result. And it won't blitz properly unless you put a bit of olive oil in. Now I don't measure the olive oil either. I just put a big squidge in, and then I add if I need extra. So don't go over the top on the first one. Just make sure that this stuff will actually blitz up, and then you've got enough. And towards the end you'll have a look and see, do I need more olive juice or not, olive oil or not. So let's throw the olive oil in and blitz her up. All up, I think you probably use about half a cup of olive juice. Why do I keep calling it olive juice? Olive oil. So that's the first lot of greens sort of smashed down. We'll keep adding greens. Full again. I've still got a little bit more sweet leaf to go in. Got to add the peanuts, some cheese and a heap of garlic and stuff, so I'm going to blitz it again. You can see I'm not being too careful with it at this point in time. I just want the volume reduced a bit. Here comes the fun part. I'm going to add some cheese, more olive oil, a heap of garlic, some coriander, probably a teaspoon of coriander, and probably a cup of those salted peanuts. Then I'll taste it, see if it needs more salt or something else. Alright, a cup of peanuts. It was a large teaspoon of coriander ground, 3 teaspoons of garlic. It'll be a couple of fairly substantial slices of cheese, and at least a quarter cup more of olive oil. Too fussy in the prep, you don't need to be. The idea of this is quick and easy. That's the quick first blitz. I stuck my finger on the bottom of the lid and stole a bit to taste it. It needs more salt, so I'm going to add probably a teaspoon of salt, and it needs something to sweeten it. Now what I like to do is use sweet chili sauce, and I'd probably use a tablespoon of that. It's not overly hot because it's sweet chili sauce, not hot chili sauce. You could probably use a bit of honey. I'd probably prefer it with caster sugar because the honey's got a fairly strong taste that I wouldn't be too keen on, but you got the idea. We use whatever sweet you want to use. I like the chili sauce sweet. So blend it to whatever texture you like. Now I happen to like a fair bit of texture in mine, so I'm not going to blend it anymore unless I have to add something I'm about to taste. Alright, let's have a crack at some of that. Oh, that's delightful. Oh, yep, I could possibly go a little more chili sauce. I think I will. Although that's pretty bloody good. No, I think I'm going to bottle it like that. hopefully that's convinced you that this sort of stuff is really easy. You know, once you've knocked a couple over, I've done it with lettuce leaves and all sorts of greens. We produce pesto at any time of year. It really is very good. If making it yourself, you can whip it out to whatever formula you like. More onion, less onion, no garlic. You can do whatever the heck you want. As you've seen from the way I did it. So if you like the idea of sort of eating off out of your yard and going back towards a bit of self-sufficiency, maybe think about subscribing to the channel. Hit the old bell button and you'll be notified when new videos come up. I do all sorts of videos, so hopefully there'll be something for you to enjoy. You have the final product, 3.5 jars of pesto made the way, well, once you do it, it'll be made exactly to your taste, and you'll think, why was I eating that crap that I was buying at the shop? See ya.